Have you ever just wondered, what if the entire world was the Maginot Line? Personally, I think it's a brilliant question, and one that will be answered in today's video. The idea first came to me after reading through the many comments of the last video, some of them having some very interesting undertones. However, in general, I think we can all agree that the video was an absolutely staggering success, with many wonderful highlights. Oh no, French AI. Why? I just don't get... You're losing to Belgium. Ladies and gents, a moment of silence for the French AI here. And so here we are today, trying to scale it up to an even larger degree and see if the French can even do anything, because let's be honest, they just can't, yeah. Yeah, well, I just mostly want to see what the entire world will do, because who knows? So, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Make sure to grab your cup of tea, because if you forget, you have failed. When I first set out on where to actually begin constructing this silly, massive world Maginot Line, I kind of struggled to decide where it should begin, but then I remembered, I could just pick someone who really wants to build a wall of forts anyway. It's of course that American-Mexican border, because we all knew it was coming, and we might as well start there. So there we go, the wonderful American-Mexican border. But you know what, I think we should actually, let's make this a little bit more interesting when I demonstrate this wonderful and rather relaxing fort building time-lapse. And there you have it, ladies and gents, the entire world is prepared. Everywhere has a level 10 fort. Wait, hang on a second, I think I'm forgetting something. Oh god, the Soviet Union, I can't believe I actually forgot that. Right, I'll be right back. Also in other news, I'm actually doing a giveaway for Hearts of Iron 4. It's the entire key of the vanilla game, which you could win. In the description down below, just enter the giveaway and win a free copy of Hoi 4. If you already own the game, maybe this is the perfect opportunity to give it to a friend and get them into Hoi 4. And so, let us begin. Let's see what this wonderful world has in store for us today. Immediately, the Soviet Union invades Finland and does it rather successfully. And even though France is the Maginot Line, they capitulated once more. That's it. Sip of cup of tea for them, ladies and gents. French AI, you really are something else entirely. Now, for some reason with level 10 forts, the Greeks are actually struggling to hold their territories against the Italians. Maybe this is the one time Italy doesn't need ridiculous amounts of help from Germany. Oh, and nationalist Spain gets a naval invasion on the UK. Okay. Well done, nationalist Spain. That's not something I normally expect from your AI, but certainly hats off to you and well done for deciding to join in the war. Now, what is this first game? This first game is actually a vanilla game of Hoi 4. Apart from all the level 10 forts, I haven't tampered with the AI at all. And yet nationalist Spain has joined the Allies immediately. And Hungary, for some reason, is leading the German invasion into the northern Soviet Union. Just your standard game of Hoi 4 there, ladies and gents. Just your standard game. And as England falls, it's really time for another sip of cup of tea. That's an Italy I don't really appreciate. But hey, you know, this sometimes happens with the game. Germany has, of course, immediately won World War II effectively. The United Kingdom fell. It did not even stand a chance. I am rather surprised by just how fast it fell, but, you know, it's to be expected. And what kind of peace deal are we looking at? Well, the Indian Raj. That doesn't seem out of place at all. Oh, and of course, German-Pakistan. Oh, and the Soviet Union is invading Korea. Despite level 10 forts being everywhere in Korea, the Soviet Union is actually doing an absolutely brilliant job of actually attacking the Japanese. But this is mainly just because the Japanese appear to have lost almost their entire army in China. Oh, Japanese AI, you should have just used those tanks against those men who genuinely have minus 50% organisation. How you didn't manage to win that, I've no idea. Oh, and Hungary starts its second offensive, of course German Reich in tow. It will be interesting to see how the country is carved up, because naturally the German AI typically overrides all of the other minor states that are in the Axis and just takes all the land. So even if Hungary were to get a lot of war score, the Hungarian hard-coded AI would basically just go like, no, I don't want any land, even though I'm fascist. And is that a Japanese naval invasion? Oh, there you go. Yeah, there you go. That seems fair. Sure. I mean, Hungary put in all of that work, German Reich, but don't mind me. I'm just going to step in here and take all of the land. Oh, God, Hungary, please, like, you're valuable to someone probably, but you're valuable. You should step up your game, do something exciting, be the big major nation that everyone wants you to be. And Japan, same goes to you. You are a major nation. There's no excuse for this. Anyway, on to the next game. So, what's new about this game? Well, this game I decided to dial up the AI just a little bit. I've given the AI the Expert AI 4.0 mod. Hopefully, this should make them use forts more. And I've also turned on Battle Royale to actually get the AI to fight each other instead of just having South America do nothing. But don't worry, in this game I can promise you it's going to do nothing too. Classic South America. Oh my God. Please, just remove it from the game. What's the point? Genuinely, what is the point? You might get one volunteer from them. Who cares? United States, of course, takes Mexico. Yeah, what's the point of a border wall if there's no border? You see, that's some smart thinking right there. That's some meta plays. And, of course, Finland. It was invaded by the Soviet Union and then proceeded to do nothing, so hats off to you, Finland. Turkey has expanded quite well, in fact, and it's honestly a Turkey that's looking rather powerful. Poland, however, is in a bit of a precarious situation. technically speaking, they could form the PLC, apart from the fact that they've lost half of their country to the Soviet Union. Oh, and China takes the British Raj. Well done, China, indeed. However, are they still at war with Japan? Because I'm pretty sure they are, but they appear to actually be holding Japan in place. And Communist China's in a weird location now. I wasn't really expecting that. But you know what's even more unexpected? France is still alive. Just let that sink in for a moment, ladies and gents. This is France. It's still alive. I just... Words fail me on what kind of world we've created here. One in which France, covered in level 10 forts and an expert AI mod, is actually able to hold its borders against countries that it's at war with. Where's the real France? That's what I want to know. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're at war with Italy, and from the looks of things, they haven't lost anything yet. Of course, this could all change at a moment's notice. You never know. This is the French AI we're talking about. But good God, it's incredible. I wasn't expecting this at all. And I'm afraid this is where we must say goodbye to today's game, because just then you might have noticed the game suddenly stop. That's because Hoi 4 crashed, and I didn't realise this for about an hour and a half. So what you're seeing here is a very sped up still screen for 1 hour and 30 minutes. I'm very dedicated. I put a lot of hours into this video, and this is what I get. Thank you, Hoi 4 Engine, for just going into not responding. But don't worry, because the next game is even more exciting. I'll see you then. So for our third and final game, I've rolled out some wonderful buffs. We are using the Easy Buff Plus mod once again to modify just a few countries around the world. Don't worry, only Turkey and Poland, and yeah, let's give some to Mexico as well. I kind of want Mexico to see what they can do on the Americas, and of course we'll spectate as Cuba. Now, this mod has the Expert AI mod disabled because I realised that number one, it crashed the game, and number two, it made the AI too competent at guarding forts, which really slowed down invasions, like that one you just saw Turkey pull off. Yeah, this is when the AI really gets exciting, except for Mexico, because Mexico is currently not able to advance against 2 forts in Central America. Mexico AI, what are you doing? Anyway, the point is we're back in action, and even though the Mexican AI appears to be stumped by 2 minor provinces against a very minor Central American nation, the rest of the world seems a fair bit more exciting. You might notice that once again France is still standing. Oh my god, Soviet Union. Oh, there's the nuclear bomb. And Turkey's kicked off. Oh my god, it's all going crazy now. Mexico invades Canada. Whoa, I didn't expect to see that one. The PLC invaded the USSR, and then Turkey moved in behind the PLC to secure the far east of Russia, but then is immediately kicked out whilst the PLC finishes off Germany. France is sat there high and mighty with nothing to worry about, but central Turkey was just invaded by the PLC, who has just wrapped up the only competitor on that continent with any crazy buffs. And now this is where the PLC invades Sweden and Norway. They leave Finland because, you know, why not? But what about France? It always comes down to you, France. Oh, PLC invades more countries. Oh, wow. They did manage to take out Finland. Well, they might go for England now. Yep, they appear to be at war with England because they've just invaded Africa. And there's that invasion of England and the invasion of Spain all at the same time. PLC, you absolute demon. Well done. Hats off to you. And that's South Africa, and France went in the blink of an eye. Oh, let's get a recap of that. Oh, so sad. It always brings a tear to my eye when I see the French die. I'm joking, I'm British. I don't care at all. It actually makes me happy. Oh, and of course, the PLC choose to declare war on China and Italy. The invasion of the actual Italian continent is rather slow because of all those mountain forts. Level 10 mountain forts, in fact. Even with a hell of a lot of buffs, you're still going to struggle to crack that kind of nut. China, however, doesn't have that kind of luxury, and so is invaded and immediately eliminated. Oh, but here we go. The invasion of Italy, and that's rather fast. Yeah. Once you get through that top part of Italy, they're suddenly not so powerful. And the Dutch East Indies finally seeing some issues. I'm pretty sure Australia is a puppet of the PLC at this point, although I'm not too certain. Oh, the PLC land an invasion of Brazil. They're actually making a move on South America. What is this? An actual country attacking anything in South America with level 10 forts as well. I mean, hats off to them for attempting to, because it's a horrible place to invade, but good for them. I mean, the South Americans, I'm pretty sure were doing something that game. I mean, I don't know. I don't bother to look at this point. It is just South America. But oh my god, they're making a move towards Mexico. And instead of choosing to naval invade across the Atlantic, which is rather risky, they're choosing to invade Colombia. Oh, and they just teleported behind Colombia there. That's always a good military tactic there, to teleport behind you. Oh my. Oh, and Mexico make a push back into South America, but are immediately encircled and killed. But what about this? Where do they go now? They've got a few naval invasions planned, but will they actually pay off? Oh my god, a landing in Florida. I never thought I'd see the day. Those Poles have invaded America. Very impressive indeed. They've got a slight foothold, but something tells me, yeah, they're just not able to get the supply over there. There's too many troops. I can't really see this game progressing anywhere. I think this is the end, ladies and gents. I think this is the end. Oh well. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching today's video. If you have, then please do give it a like, because the support on the last video was immense. Also, if you want a fun video to watch and you haven't seen it already, check out my The Entire France is the Maginot line. Also, if you want something very entertaining and personally something which I'm incredibly proud of, then take a look at this series here, which I've just started. Well, and technically just finished, but it's an incredible 3-part series which will probably have you rolling around everywhere, just in anger really at how wonderful the Soviet Union is. Anyway, I will see all of you in the next one. Farewell.